Hi everyone, it's your girl Felicia. Hi Felicia! I'm going to make a homemade graham cracker crust that only requires 4 ingredients and it is super easy to make. With no delays, let's get to it. Before I get started, I want to tell you my little short story. About 2 years ago, I wanted to make me a cheesecake and I went to the grocery store. Guess what? They didn't have any graham cracker crumbs. I was like, I went to another store, next store. No store in my town had any crumbs. So I was like, you know what? I can make my crumbs myself. I just had to get me some graham crackers. So I'm gonna make this crust for you with only 4 ingredients. Now, let's get busy making this crust. All right, let me open these graham crackers. And you're only going to need about 11 to 12 sheets. So you need to make sure you have 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. And I got a 1.5 cup here. So I want to make sure I just fill this up. So I'm going to put this in my food processor and just break this down. Get these crumbs, I'm going to do a little at a time. And if you don't have a food processor, you can get a freezer bag, heavy duty freezer bag. Make sure it's strong and put your graham crackers in it. And get your rolling pin, well, seal it, get your rolling pin and just roll it. So that's not enough, but you want to make sure it's fine. If it's not, you can get it fine in that if you want to. And I am going to do some more graham crackers. And you know what? I'll be back. All right, I finished making my graham cracker crumbs. And I had to use a total of 13 sheets. And by sheets, this is considered 1 sheet. Now we're going to mix this up. 1.5 cup of graham cracker crumbs, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of sugar, so I should have already measured this out. Oops, a little over. And we're going to mix this all together. So that's starting well. Now we're going to add in our melted butter. And this is 1 stick. Those are all the ingredients you need. You can omit the salt if you want to. If you're using salted butter, you don't need to use the salt. But if you're using unsalted butter, add in a little of that salt to your crumbs with the sugar in it. So we're gonna mix this well. And so when you feel like this is, your butter is mixed together well with your crumbs, and how to know that your crust is ready, with clean hands. As you know, you can take a little of the crumbs and squeeze it. And if it holds together good, then it's ready. This is not holding together too well, so I'm going to mix it again and make sure that butter gets in there, because we want to make sure that our crust is ready. that this butter is getting saturated in the crumbs. So I'm going to finish doing this maybe about 30 more seconds or maybe a minute, and I'll be back. My crust is ready to go, and I'm going to put it in this pie dish. This is a 9.4 inch pie dish. I usually use a tin pan, but I'm going to try this and see how it's going to come out. So we want to go ahead and put our crust in there, these crumbs, and then we're going to make the crust. And one thing about when you're going to make your pie crust, you don't want it to be sitting around for a long period of time. You have to go ahead on and do it. You know, go and make your crust. So we're going to spread this out evenly around. And then we're going to start pressing it on the side. We're going to take this up, and we want to press all around the side. And I will be baking mine. You don't have to bake it. It's up to you, but the crust holds better when it's baked. And like I say, anywhere between 8 to 10 minutes. Temperature 325 degrees. So I want to take my crust up just a little higher. So I'll be pushing this up some. Trying to get the same all the way around. Got these little lines to go by. These little designs. And you want to try to do it evenly if you can, all the way around. And this, like I said, this is enough crust for a 10-inch pan. These crumbs. Now after you do that, you want to press down in the bottom of it. And you want this crust to really hold good. Should have some gloves on because sometimes I can't stand all that stuff on my hand. Then you want to go back, starting with the sides. Take if it starts sticking to your measuring cup, and this is a plastic measuring cup, you can use some cling wrap and put it on there around the cup and start mashing on the sides and the bottom. But like I said, we want to do the sides first. I'm almost finished with the sides. And also when you're baking the crust, the butter, and now we're going to press down. The butter will help it hold, but also the sugar will too. Because once that sugar get heated up, it's going to help set that crust a little stronger. So I'm going to continue to press this down until I get it to where I want it, and I will be back. My crust is ready to go in the oven. But if you want a no-bake crust, all you gotta do is put this crust in the refrigerator, and you're gonna keep it there for like 2 to 3 hours before serving. And you can have an option of chilling this crust, and you're gonna put it in the freezer for 15 minutes. And then if you're having something that you don't need to bake, all you gotta do after it's in the freezer for 15 minutes, take it out and add in your filling. That's all you need to do. I have already taken my pie crust out of the oven, and I let it cool down for about 30 minutes. And while it was in the oven baking, it smelled so delicious. And all there is left to do now is to add a great filling. And I will be using this very same pie crust to make my lemon meringue pie. And I will do that on tomorrow. And if you'd like to have this recipe, just look down below in the description box. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And anytime that I might stream live or upload a video, just hit that notification bell. And as always, have a blessed and wonderful day. This your girl Felicia. Bye.